it was when we were about in the upper grades of elementary school, probably about 6th or 7th grade. That I think, at least, a lot of this is memory.
Oh yeah.
Now, 80 years later, and
if you tell it, it's true. It's true. If you
alt sunt.
Yeah.
It is all true, he says.
At any rate, we got the bright idea that, you know, both of us couldn't expect to have the answer all the time to all the teachers' questions. So we had an understanding that if one of us knew the answer, and she said, Verdie, you know, they called the name of the person.
So
if one knew the answer quick in case the other one didn't know it. Well, this continued on into high school. And at our class reunions, they always wanted us to tell the story about how, you know, with our high school teachers, sometimes we do the same thing. But the crowning blow was Verdie asked me to be in attendance at his wedding. And I said, of course, I'd be glad to be the best man. So this is, he was getting married in the Catholic Church, and I as a Lutheran. At that time, I don't think that's changed anymore, but I wasn't able to go past the altar ring. So he and Aggie were in there, and who was the girl that was your bridesmaid? It was Aggie's bridesmaid. Married to Gilbertson.
Born.
The more.
Tom Kettles.
Oh, Pauline Bourne.
Pauline Bourne.
No, Tom Kettles was Aggie's.
Yeah.
Pauline
That's
Bourne.
Okay. We weren't able to go past the altar. But anyway, this is now the actual ceremony is taking place. And, you know, the priest, you know, gave a message, gave a little light, and I was standing there getting a little sleepy anyway. And all of a sudden I heard the priest sing, will you, Verdie, have this woman, Aggie, to be your lawful wedded wife?
You answered?
Well, Verdie was probably a little drowsy himself. He didn't answer right away. So I said in the back, I said, I will. So all those 60 years of marriage, it wasn't really, it was falsified. But they lived happily together. But the best part is this. At their golden wedding anniversary in about 2008, no, wait, you were married in 1948.
1990.
48? Yeah, 98. 98, the golden wedding. Your granddaughter in Austin, is that Kathy?
Yeah.
Kathy called me one day, and we had met through your time together. And she called me and said, Verdie, would you mind saying a few words at Verdie and Aggie's golden wedding? Oh, I said I'd be flattered. I'd be happy to do that. Well, at any rate, I got up before the group, and there was lots of people in the church that day. And I knew that very few people would have heard me tell this story. So I thought, well, this would be a good place. So I told her what it was. And obviously this never really happened. But for some people, knowing both of us, they can believe that I would have done that.
And your past experience.
Yeah, well, right. We, you know, as I've already said, we were not real troublemakers, but this kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, if that's troublemaking,
no.
we were into that kind of stuff. So anyway, and it was one of Aggie's relatives afterwards. I knew her. Did she have a sister? Aggie?
Aggie's sister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had a sister, one or two sisters.
Yeah.
I think it might have been her sister that came up to me afterwards. She said, Verdie, I'll never talk to you again. I said, what was your sister's name?
M.
Oh, yeah, okay. I said, I'm not serious. I said, I love Verdie, I love Aggie. I said, I really have a lot of fun. Well, then she kind of forgave me and said, well, all right. She wasn't really serious, but
So what did the priest say?
Maybe, maybe.
he left. Because it was a different
He
priest.
might have been.
Yeah.
50 years
He might
later.
have. He was a
Right.
little bit.
But he, as I recall, he left as much as the rest.
Yeah.
Had a dumb Lutheran in there.
But I think that's the last time Kathy ever asked me to stay.
No.
Blame him.